Hi, I'm Bob Ryan. This is Globe 10.0. With me today is Dan Shaughnessy. Well, Dan, it's combine time at the NFL, and we're talking about the draft upcoming, and we are talking about a local product of great interest. Mark Herzlich, who at the end of the 2008 season, Dan, was projecting as a top 10 pick. And then, of course, we know stricken with cancer, sat out the first season, came back last year. And after the emotional opening, we didn't hear a lot about him. And so what are we surmising now as he's at the combine about what his NFL future might be?
Well, if you look at the data and what's coming out of the combine, what the writers are saying, he's now projected as, I think, a fifth-round pick, something like that, which is obviously a big drop-off from top 10 in the draft. He was ACC Defensive Player of the year he had it going, the year the BC should have gone to the Orange Bowl. And, you know, who can help what happened? But the character of this guy, if you spend any time in the presence of this young man, I'd draft him just on that. He's still 244 pounds. He's a smart player. He's a hero in my eyes, and his skill set hasn't gone away entirely. He's still a player.
I will say categorically that with 7 rounds in the draft and all these teams, that someone will take Mark Herzlich, and I would say 5th round. I don't know whether he's 5th, 6th, or 7th.
Yeah.
Clearly, he's not the same player. Dan, we hardly heard about him last year because so much of the publicity at BC linebacking has gone, and rightfully so, to Luke Kuechly, who has this phenomenal streak of double-figure tackle games going on, and who has proven himself to be one of the best linebackers in the country, and maybe even as good now as Herzlich was prior to his onset of cancer. So he didn't have a great year last year, I'm sure. But my God, I mean, you're telling me that in the world of special teams, you're telling me that in all these teams that somebody is going to want to have this particular young man on their roster? I think somebody has to take him.
Yeah, you talk about a guy, a character. I mean, if I'm the New England Patriots, I'm certainly thinking you might be able to steal one here. You know, people aren't going to take this kid as seriously because of what happened. You got the heart, you got the character. Teddy Bruschi, guys who have been through stuff like that, you want guys like that on your roster.
I'd certainly say so. And you know, we can't underestimate what it's taken for him to come back, and how serious this whole thing was, and everything that we've learned about him proves that he's one of the most extraordinary young men of our time. And I'll tell you one thing, I would be very thrilled if the team that steps up to the plate on that April day is the New England Patriots. Come on, guys, do the right thing.
That'd be good.